Something's going on. Oh shit, what's going on? What is going on? What's going on?
I don't know.
This was very weird. So basically what happened is this black car.
I'm live.
Yeah, I am. So basically what happened is the police were not letting people go down this street. And that black car careened toward the squad. And the guy jumped out and he was screaming at the police. And then all the other squads came, and now there's a woman on the ground. I don't know what's going on. If they're they seem to be helping her medically. So now I'm thinking that the guy in the black car was trying to get the help of the police, but you could tell that at first the police didn't know what was going on, and they went into high alert. Because the black car would not back up, and the guy came out and he started screaming at the officers. Is this a drug overdose, Jim? He has no idea what's going on. We have no idea what's going on. Something's going on. Oh, look at this. They're putting up crime scene tape. We have no idea what's going on, honestly. Do you think she got... Well, we don't know. I'm not going to speculate. We don't know. There's a lot of action over there, too. We are not sure what's happening here. They're definitely considering this a crime scene, and I don't know what to make of that. What we saw happen is this black car drove down the street, and so to give you guys an idea where we are, this is Water and Juno. This is Water and Juno down here. And the police pushed the crowd out. And then they had a squad that was sitting here to stop people from driving back toward Water and Juno. And this black car came down the street, driving very fast toward the squad. And the squad drove up to stop this black car. And there was a guy in the car, and he started waving at and screaming at the police. We couldn't hear what he said. We saw this whole thing go down, and then all the squads came dashing up. And they're working on a woman, or something's going on here. Now there's crime scene tape, and we're not quite sure, to be honest, what's happening. And we're like a block from Water and Juno, so... The police did a really good job of moving the crowd out. It was starting to go south. It was starting to get chaotic.
If I guess, they appeared to be checking her body for wounds.
Okay.
And so that would be my guess, is they think she may have been shot.
Okay. We don't know if she was shot, if this is a drug overdose, if this is a medical issue, but there's crime scene tape. They put crime scene tape up right away.
I don't think it's medical.
You don't think it's medical? Well, they wouldn't have put the crime scene tape.
They were really checking her body out. They were feeling around, looking around, turning her over.
Okay. Jim doesn't think it was medical because they were feeling, looking for wounds, turning her body over, things like that. He said, and there's crime scene tape. Like there's, they immediately put up crime scene tape. We're a block from Water and Juneau. I think this is Juneau.
Yeah, it is Juneau.
Yeah. It was a very strange situation. This black car rushed forward, and there was a guy hanging out the window yelling at the police, and they were trying to get him to go back the other way, and then all of a sudden this woman tumbled out of the car, and the guy's sitting there with her, and then they put the crime scene tape up, so we don't really know 100% what's going on. And then the paramedics came. And this happened shortly after they cleared the crowd out pretty effectively. A lot of police.
Well, it was interesting that they pushed the crowd, pushed them up this way, and people were coming that way, and that's where the car had come from.
Right.
So...
Yeah, Jim pointed out that they pushed the crowd in sort of the direction the car came from, that this black car that these people were in. But we don't know if she was shot or what happened to this woman. I think it's a woman.
No, it was a female.
Here we go. Oh, that was interesting.
interesting. We just have to be right here. We're standing
Yeah,
right
I
here
know.
when that went down.
That was pretty crazy. We honestly, I mean, Jim, people are asking what happened. Do you want to explain what you think? I mean, you don't know.
We
but
don't know
what?
for sure, but we were standing right here. We're in a second level of a parking structure, and all of a sudden we observed this black sedan come driving past, crashed down a barricade, came charging towards a squad. Squads tried to stop him, and then he pulled over, talked to another squad, and was screaming at the squad. It's obviously something serious. And then a female came kind of crawling out of the car and fell to the ground, and the officers started searching her whole person. To me, they were looking for bullet wounds. They were really feeling around all over trying to, I think, figure out where she was shot. That's just the only thing I can think of. Why else would you be searching her like that?
And she was writhing on the ground.
And she was still conscious the whole time. She was conscious when they just put her in the med unit. That's all I really know. I don't see any damage to the sedan or any bullet holes or anything like that. So I'm not sure where the shooting would have happened.
But they're
it's all
treating it as a
speculation.
crime scene. I mean,
Yeah, they immediately threw crime scene tape up. Yeah.
So it's not just a medical emergency or something. Or we don't think.
I really don't think so.
Yeah, we don't think so. Somebody asked, are the streets now cleared from where you were at before? Yes. The answer is yes.
Yeah, why don't you shine it over towards...
So this is where we were before. That's Water and Juneau. It's cleared. What happened was, all of a sudden, the crowd made a mad run for it. Like, everyone just started running. And we were part of that, and we hid in a doorway, and it was pretty scary. Some guy in the street said people thought there was a gunshot. We have no idea if people just thought that or if there actually was one. Shortly thereafter, the police decided to just move everyone out, and they did pretty effective crowd control. They used mounted patrol, motorcycle cops, and cops on foot, and they sort of marched everyone out of this parking lot where the food trucks are and out of Water Street. This corner of Water and Juneau has been a problem. It's been where the site of a shooting occurred last night. And right down there in the corner is where there was a homicide a week ago, and there was also a double shooting a week ago. Anyway, so they push people out pretty effectively, and you can see there's a little bit of a crowd down there at the end on Knapp Street. They're using whistles and still trying to get out of there, I think. So fast forward over to here, and we've got this situation here, a crime scene tape. It's on Juneau. This is Juneau, I think.
Yeah, we're on Juneau, just a block east of Water.
Yeah, a block east of Water. We're standing up here just to be safer, right, in a parking garage. And we saw this black car drive toward the police, which, they had their cars here like this because they wanted people to not come back toward Water Street. So they zoomed up to this black car. Then there was a guy hanging out of the black car screaming. And it was a chaotic, scary situation. The police rushed forward and en masse. And then a woman crawled out of this black car and appeared to be writhing in pain and injured and was on the ground for some time. And you had the police looking for wounds on her body, is what we thought. And then the paramedics came and they put her in this ambulance. She was alive. And now they strung up crime scene tape. So the speculation is, was she shot? But we don't know for sure. We just really honestly, we do not know. They're interviewing people over here, right? Taking statements of people.
Yeah, those were the other occupants in the vehicle.
Yeah, these women were in the vehicle and they're being interviewed by officers. It does give you a crystal clear sense of how disorderly and chaotic and dangerous it's gotten in downtown Milwaukee on Water Street on Fridays and Saturdays, which is something we've been hearing from law enforcement for, actually since last summer. I thought the police did a very effective job the second it started to go south. Like, they acted. They were much more organized and aggressive this time. And we were told that, the rank and file officers have wanted to do such a controlled pushback for some time, but that they haven't been allowed to do so by the city leaders. We were told that this plan to do so was hatched yesterday, and Tom Barrett became skittish about it, and then the police command staff put it on ice for a day, and what happened? A shooting. A woman shot herself, actually, in the middle of a chaotic fight.
That we were a couple feet away from.
Yeah, we were a couple feet away. You can go on WisconsinRightNow.com and see Jim's videos from last night of literally, he caught the sound of the gunshot and the chaotic fight that preceded and immediately came after it. Fireworks. A lot of fireworks. Someone said they can't believe the scene's still active at this time of the morning, and I mean, that's a good point. It's after 3 in the morning, I think, or something like that.
And that's only because the police pushed everyone out. We've heard reports that the scenes stay active till 5 or 6 in the morning, until the police finally get them gone. So,
yeah.
And as these things move on, after 2:30, 3, 4. That's really when you start seeing the uptick in violence. So it's a smart move to move everyone out when they did.
And I thought Jim made a really good point earlier when he said it reminded him of Kenosha, where the police, their tactic or their strategy was to push the crowds out of a park. Of course, this is a business zone, so that's a difference. But the problem with that is then people get pushed into these side streets where then stuff goes down, right? That's what happened with Rittenhouse.
Right. So you gotta be careful where you push them.
Right.
In Kenosha, they pushed them into the residential business districts, which caused all the problems. I think that's different where they decided to push them the way they did, was a wise move.
Right. They pushed them toward here. So, it's not a residential zone or whatever. I thought the police did a really good job tonight, but now you can see something happened here to this woman, so there's still disorderliness, you can tell, like going on down there and pockets of it all around, right?
Do you see the mail? Where's the mail?
I don't. I'm guessing he's in the back of a squad.
I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah, he was sitting with the woman for a while. Maybe in the back of a squad?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know.
Because I'm a little curious as to why they didn't start searching the car yet.
That's a good point.
You would normally give consent to search the car. Why haven't they asked for consent? Why aren't they searching it?
That's a good point. I don't know.
And it could be they're just waiting to finish the interview, and then they'll ask for consent.
Maybe he said she got shot outside the car and he was...
It's possible that I thought that. It's possible that they scooped her up and threw her in the car and looked for a squad. So
right.
It's possible she got shot on the street.
And then they're trying to get help, right?
Yeah. Another female. It's interesting this year how many females appeared to be shot.
That's a good point.
It almost seems like more females have been shot than males this year. I might be wrong. I don't know if you did the statistics on that, but...
I don't know them, but I mean, anecdotally, the person shot last night was a woman.
Yeah.
What a mess, honestly. I mean, you just never used to see things like this on Water Street, and we're a block away from it, but...
It's amazing the amount of manpower. Think about how much this costs every night in police protection to protect Water Street. How many officers? Hundreds of officers. The overtime pay. It's really quite expensive.
I'm guessing a lot of these guys are on overtime.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I mean, the horse guys for sure are, right?
Probably, yeah. Someone said I thought fireworks were illegal in the city of Milwaukee. Are they, Jeff?
I don't know. I think those are. The fireworks that we're seeing are clearly illegal fireworks. I think pretty much anywhere in the state. but like we saw tonight, we saw a lot of illegal things that seem to happen.
You know, basically the broken windows strategy of law enforcement, where you crack down on the lower level signs of disorder, the public nuisance stuff, the public drinking, marijuana use in public, illegal fireworks, you know, cars without license plates, this kind of thing. It seems like nobody's cracking down on that stuff anymore. Like, it's just being allowed to happen, which, if you believe the broken windows theory of law enforcement, lower level disorder, allowing that to basically exist, can lead to larger crimes. You can kind of see how that happens here. Disorder begets greater disorder, basically.
Like here you have the
Who's this?
the detectives are now on scene, and that's probably why they didn't search a car. They probably wait for the detectives to make that call.
Oh, okay. So Jim said these are the detectives coming to do their thing. She must have been shot, but we don't know for sure.
I don't know for sure.
We don't know
I
for
suspect.
sure. We'll find out tomorrow. We'll ask the police, but I mean, they're treating it as a crime, clearly. It's not just a medical emergency. You've got detectives, you've got crime scene tape. We haven't seen anyone arrested, which tells me if she was shot, it didn't happen in the car or from anyone in the car, I suppose. Who knows, though?
All right.
Well, this is kind of like, what's that show, The First 48? Except the Common Council of Milwaukee put the kibosh on that show.
That'd be a good show. Oh, they could be filming it right now.
Right, they could be right here doing this. What's going on down there? Some general rowdiness down there. So this ambulance has not left, Jim. What do you make of that?
Med unit guys, they're checking her out. They're stabilizing her before they transport.
Oh, okay.
I am a little surprised they haven't taken off yet.
Right. I don't know what to make of that. Someone said no Democrat mayor keeps their city safe. Well, the current rhetoric is not about keeping the city safe. If you're going to defund the police, trash their morale, harm their ability to recruit, do all of that, decimate the number of sworn officers on the streets, I mean, disorder's predictable. They're the institution that preserves order and quality of life. It seems obvious to me, but...
It really is. Imagine what would happen right now if we didn't have these officers working. You'd have this entire street all full of, everyone'd still be here, getting drunk, getting high.
Right.
You'd have this shooting victim laying there, right? No one to call for help, no one to treat her. It's always interesting. People can bash the police, but they're always the first ones to flag down cops when they need help, and we saw that happen here.
Good point. And if there weren't police here, it would just be an intolerable situation for any business owner or resident.
And just pan so everyone can see kind of how it's cleared out.
Yeah, they did a good job clearing out the crowd, though, we have to say. Where's the driver? We don't know. Actually, we couldn't tell.
We're not sure if he got put in the back of a squad and they're interviewing them right now.
Right. That's our guess, because he didn't... Or is that him right there? Look, walking down the street. Behind the... Is that him? Right there? I feel like that might be him in the white shirt. But I'm not positive. I mean, the woman was...
Like it was him. That does look like that's him.
Yeah, I think that's the driver right there in the white shirt. I don't think they think he did anything.
No. They'd have him in cuffs already if they thought he was a suspect.
Yeah. We think, I mean, from what we can tell, but we're just putting two and two together. It appears that he was trying to flag down the police to get help for this woman. At first, it didn't look like it. It looked like he was defying the police and screaming at them, and they clearly didn't know what was going on and why he was driving toward them and screaming out the window. And so, you know, the police sort of swarmed into the area, and it was pretty frightening at first. And then they clearly assessed what was happening, and then this guy in the white shirt was sitting with the injured woman who was writhing in pain in front of the squad on the ground. And the police were Jim thought maybe trying to find gunshot wounds, or they were checking her body for wounds. And then the ambulance came and the crime scene tape went up, and that's where we are at. Someone said MPD officers are heroes to deal with this night after night. We agree completely, and these officers are very professional from what we've seen, 100% professional.
They're nice, they're friendly.
Yeah.
And remember, they're doing this every night. This chaos is happening every single night, even down here, downtown. And the media doesn't cover it. And that's why we're here to kind of start showing what these guys are doing night after night.
I agree, and honestly, it's exhausting. And we're not even the people down there doing all of this. Imagine what they feel.
Maybe spread it out just like that. So, I don't know. Should we wrap this up?
Yeah, I think it seems like this scene is over, and so we're going to sign off now. We'll try to get more information on what happened here tomorrow and let you know. Look at this. The mounted patrol are moving back now. The mounted patrol are amazing. They're very well organized and effective. People react really well to the horses, but they use them for crowd control in a really efficient manner. Someone said, I wonder if they picked her up and she was injured. It looked like something like that. If you look at, I'm gonna in a second get off the live, and then the video will save on my page. If you watch the beginning of it, you'll see the woman in it, clearly in pain. And we just started filming because we were standing here, and it literally all unfolded in front of our eyes. So we just kind of had a bird's eye view of what was happening. We didn't really know what was happening at first. We thought maybe the man was being confrontational to the officers. It appeared at first like that, and then changed into this situation. All right, I guess we're going to sign off. Yeah.
Time to hit the sack.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll get you more information on this tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Oh wait, it says, there's a report on USFIR that a woman was shot in the hip on Market and Knapp Street. That would make sense.
That would make sense.
It makes sense.
That's where we are, and it did look like they were checking her hip area. So I would agree with that, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. It fits, I mean, we can't say 100%, but it definitely fits the evidence here. So, yeah, perhaps the woman shot in the hip at Market and Knapp. That's close to here. Knapp is one block over.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, we're signing off now. Have a good night, everyone.